The courtroom is thrown into disarray as papers cascade onto the polished floor, marking a decisive moment. The judge's gavel echoes with finality, sealing the fate of those within. Mark sits defeated, his slumped posture mirroring the despair etched across his face. Julia watches from across the room, a tight, almost victorious smile playing on her lips. Unspoken tension fills the air, thick with the raw emotion of the moment. The courtroom crackles with the weight of unresolved conflict and shattered hopes. Mark's apartment is small, with only essential furniture. In a corner, Ethan's toys sit silently, a painful reminder of absence. Mark stands rigidly, staring at the toys, his face a mask of grief. His eyes reflect a storm of suppressed fury and inconsolable grief. He clenches his fists, fighting back tears, his body tense with emotion. The toys remain untouched, symbols of a life interrupted. In the gentle light of day, a father and son sit together on a park bench, the scene unfolding with a mix of hope and concealed tension. The tranquil facade shatters as Ethan asks, "Why don't I have your last name, Dad?" Mark's composure falters, the innocent question striking him with unexpected force. He comprehends the profound influence of Julia's family name in their lives. Inside Richard Hale's mansion, Mark extends an offer to help with a small repair. Richard initially hesitates, his expression suggesting doubt. Mark proceeds, his actions marked by understated skill. Richard's skepticism melts away, replaced by impressed surprise. Mark expertly maneuvers the car through the lively city streets toward the hospital. Richard expresses Julia's gratitude. "Julia really appreciates you doing this, Mark. She was really bummed she couldn't make it." Mark responds with a casual reassurance. "No problem, Richard. I was free, and it's the least I could do. Besides, it gives us a chance to catch up." Richard admits his surprise at Mark's reliability. "Yeah, it does. I never really thought of you as the reliable type, to be honest." Mark, curious, asks, "Oh, what did you think I was?" Richard acknowledges Mark's genuine care for Julia. "I care about her, Richard. A lot." In the warm glow of the study, Richard sits, brandy in hand, beginning a tale that captivates Mark. Mark listens intently, his gaze fixed on Richard, a subtle connection beginning to spark between them. Julia, lost in the glossy pages of a magazine, remains indifferent to the burgeoning bond. A bond begins to form between Mark and Richard. The soft lamplight casts long shadows, accentuating Richard's every gesture as he reminisces, drawing Mark further into his world. Ethan stands alone in his bedroom, the night closing in around him as the Hale legacy looms. Julia's voice echoes in the stillness. "Embrace the Hale legacy, Ethan. It's your birthright." The weight of expectation settles heavily on Ethan, the room's shadows deepening around him. A contrasting whisper cuts through the gloom as Mark's words resonate. "One day, you'll choose your own name." Ethan remains frozen, caught between two worlds, two names, his future hanging in the balance. The silence of the law office is broken only by the persistent scratching of a pen, a sound that underscores the gravity of the moment. Richard meticulously revises his will, each stroke of the pen sealing his intentions with unwavering resolve. Across the desk, the lawyer observes Richard's intense focus, his eyebrows arching in silent surprise at the unfolding scene. Richard remains oblivious to the lawyer's reaction, his expression a mask of determination as he continues to shape his legacy. In the courthouse lobby, Julia pores over the document, her face growing paler with each line. A gasp escapes her lips as the contents of the revised will sink in. Her shock escalates into a piercing scream of outrage. The polished marble floor seems to tilt beneath her feet, amplifying her disorientation. In Richard's mansion, all eyes turn to Mark, smiles and nods following his every move. The soft hum of the party fills the air as Mark navigates the room with an assured confidence. With a pointed gesture, Mark extends his hand, sealing his place among Richard's inner circle. "I am family." In the background, Julia's face is a mask of barely contained fury, a storm brewing beneath the surface. Ethan's school stands as a silent testament to Richard's control, his surname now emblazoned on Ethan's paperwork. Fueled by maternal fury, Julia confronts the unyielding school administrators, challenging their adherence to Richard's dictates. The school administrators, bound by legal constraints, stand firm, their expressions conveying an air of bureaucratic impasse. The school administrators are bound by Richard's wishes. Julia's face reflects a mix of defiance and despair as she realizes the extent of Richard's influence. Young Ethan, eyes sparkling with innocent pride, completes signing his homework. He carefully adds Mark to his last name, a subtle act carrying profound implications. His youthful declaration echoes through the room. Grandpa said it's better this way. Julia watches, her face a mask of shock and disbelief, silently absorbing the gravity of the moment. In Richard's opulent mansion, a palpable tension fills the air as Julia arrives, her eyes blazing with determination. Julia's voice cuts through the silence. "Undo the will, Richard." Richard responds, his words laced with disappointment. "You lost sight of family." He didn't. Julia's anger intensifies, her fists clenching at her sides. Richard remains seated, his face a mask of resolve. The confrontation hangs heavy, their destinies intertwined in a web of wealth and betrayal. Richard's grand mansion looms against the night, its lit windows casting a warm glow on the darkness. Julia stands alone in the darkness, her gaze drawn to a window, a silent observer. Inside, Ethan, Richard, and Mark sit together, their silhouettes painting a picture of familial warmth and happiness. Unseen, I watch them from the outside, an outsider forever erased from their perfect tableau. In the law office, the sterile air buzzes with quiet anticipation as Mark meticulously arranges documents, his every action precise and deliberate. The rustling of papers fills the room, each sound amplifying the gravity of the moment as Mark prepares to secure his place. His focused gaze reflects a deep resolve, each glance hinting at the monumental shift about to unfold in both Richard's life and Ethan's future. With a decisive motion, Mark lays down a pen, ready to finalize the agreement that will redefine their destinies. The pen hovers over the document, poised to sign, sealing Mark's place in their lives and shaping the path of Ethan's future. In the schoolyard, Ethan carefully signs his homework, a bright smile lighting up his face. Ethan proudly adds Mark's surname to his own, a testament to his innocent joy. Suddenly, Julia bursts onto the scene, her face contorted with rage and desperation. Julia argues vehemently with a group of school administrators, her voice echoing across the schoolyard. Her movements are erratic, her eyes wide, with a mixture of fear and anger, a portrait of instability. She appears hysterical and unstable, a stark contrast to the school's orderly facade. In the quiet of the night, Mark tenderly tucks Ethan into bed, ensuring his comfort. Ethan smiles sleepily, his eyes soft with affection. With painstaking effort, Ethan signs his name on a piece of paper, a testament to his determination. He thoughtfully adds Mark's surname after his own, symbolizing a bond that transcends words. In the soft glow of the bedside lamp, Ethan's room is a sanctuary of warmth and quiet. Ethan picks up his phone, a gentle smile gracing his features. The screen illuminates his face, reflecting the warmth of the connection about to be made. A subtle joy flickers across Ethan's face as he anticipates the call. He answers the call with a familiar greeting. "Yes, Dad?" The room holds its breath, awaiting the voice on the other end. Ethan's signature stands stark against the worksheet, a testament to a hidden decision. The Hale name is crossed out, obscured yet hinting at a deeper story. In its place, Mark's name appears, a symbol of change and a silent vow. The worksheet lies still, bearing witness to a personal transformation. In the sterile confines of the hospital room, Richard lies still, his face reflecting a life fading. Mark sits beside Richard, their hands clasped in a silent promise of enduring affection. A heavy silence fills the room, punctuated only by the quiet hum of machines, as melancholy seeps into every corner. The weight of unspoken words hangs in the air, a testament to a bond tested by time and circumstance. In the quiet room, Mark's unwavering presence is a beacon of love and loyalty. The absence of Julia is a palpable void, a silent question hanging in the air. Under the heavy sky, mourners gather, their silence amplifying the cemetery's somber mood. Mark offers Ethan silent comfort, his hand a steady anchor in a sea of grief. Julia stands isolated, her sorrowful countenance reflecting a stark, lonely truth. The wind whispers through the tombstones, carrying the weight of unspoken sorrows. Sunlight illuminates the tense scene in the mahogany-paneled office. Julia's fury barely hides beneath a veneer of composure. The lawyer stands, holding a thick document that seals Ethan Harding's fate. The lawyer declares, "Therefore, as stipulated in the will of the deceased, Richard Harding, Mr. Mark Olson is named executor of the estate and guardian of Ethan Harding's legacy." Julia explodes with rage, crying, "This is absurd! I should be Ethan's guardian!" In the dim glow of Ethan's bedroom, a question hangs in the air as Ethan turns to Mark, curiosity etched on his face. "So, tell me more about your grandfather." Mark leans against the wall, a mask of neutrality veiling his calculating gaze. A beat of silence stretches as Mark carefully selects his next words. Subtly, Mark begins weaving a tale of Julia and the Hale family, shaping Ethan's understanding with each carefully chosen detail. The room seems to shrink as Mark's narrative envelops Ethan, the air thick with unspoken intentions. The apartment glows, softly, a single desk lamp cutting through the night. The city lights twinkle faintly. Amidst legal documents and family photos, Julia's weariness deepens. Her eyes, heavy with loss, reflect the crushing weight of unspoken grief. Silence pervades the room, broken only by the soft rustle of paper. She shuffles through the remnants of her former life, each page a painful reminder. In the dim light of Ethan's room, the worksheet sits on the desk, a silent witness to the night's events. The name Mark, boldly scrawled across the top, a declaration of dominance. The Hale legacy, once mighty, now fades into insignificance, overshadowed by Mark's chilling triumph. A sense of Mark's permanent victory hangs heavy in the room, an oppressive silence sealing Ethan's fate.